And if you're a believer in ghosts and ghost stories, then Savannah is really right up your alley. Several old colonial and Civil War aged cemeteries kind of spread throughout the entire city, and there are constant reports of ghosts all over the place. So if you're a ghost hunter, you should come to Savannah and check it out.
Savannah is known for all of its beautiful old houses, and this house was built in 1861, and come check out these guys. These are my new best friends. This is Larry, and that's Bob. They think you should come to Savannah.
So this is one of the many squares in Savannah. You can pretty much walk to any major intersection in the city and you'll encounter one of these squares. That's just a nice little park area with lots of seating and lots of oak trees. It is just afternoon. We're actually going to lunch right now. We heard of this place called the Pirate's House. We'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get there, but supposedly pirates used to hang out here all the time. So we're gonna go get some southern food at the Pirate's House.
Bringing our trip to Morocco and home full circle. When we were in Morocco, we stayed in Riverboat, which is right next to Salé, which is where the Salé rovers are from. My point is that those pirates were a part of the story in Treasure Island, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. And this is one of the original editions right here. Y'all, we are in one of the oldest buildings in Georgia. We're at the Pirate's House. It's a restaurant now, but it was built as an inn back in 1753. Pirates and sailors used to come here and they would have a pint and hang out and tell sea war stories. And it's rumored that one of the pirates, Captain Flint, died upstairs and he still haunts the restaurant. He was one of the main characters in Treasure Island, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. The restaurant nowadays is known for its classic Southern food, and the website said that the waitresses run around in classic pirate garb, but that's not true. So, no real life pirates, just pirates that used to be here. Speaking of Southern food, we're about to dig into one of my favorites, fried green tomatoes. Now, when we were in Morocco a couple months ago, I tried to find a green tomato to make fried green tomatoes, and the men at the market thought that I was crazy. So, for everybody in Morocco, just so you know, this is fried green tomatoes, and this is why you should have green tomatoes, which are basically just unripe red tomatoes. These fried green tomatoes look amazing, and they have Gouda pimento cheese, which is another Southern staple, pimento cheese, not the Gouda part. So I'm pretty pumped to dig into this.
Guys, I normally don't eat seafood. I normally don't like it, but I will always and forever make an exception when it comes to shrimp and grits. It's a Southern staple, best found here in Savannah and Charleston, South Carolina, but this is actually the sample that we're having here at the Pirate House. It looks great. The shrimp actually looks fresh. What this one is actually unique in it has andouille sausage along with the grits and of course the shrimp, and it comes with a piece of bread. So I am super excited. One of my favorite meals.
Y'all, we found the most narrow staircase. Look at this staircase. Like, there's barely room for a single person to walk down this. It's tiny, but the river's right over there. Oh God.
So we're on the famed River Street here in Savannah. I've been here a dozen times. We love it every single time we come. We have a blast. Lots of shops and restaurants, and candy shops too, so we'll be stopping into one of those. But what's really, really cool about this is these streets get flooded during St. Patrick's Day. This is actually the second largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the US, right behind New York City, but 500,000 people congregate on Savannah for that weekend. So it's really, really nuts. A lot of fun. I'm not sure how it's going to look in the future going forward, but in the past it's been a blast.
So I'm standing here in the famous echo chamber in Savannah. Here's the deal, only I can hear myself echoing because Ryan says it has something to do with the wind and something in my head. So to me, it sounds like I'm echoing. To you, it sounds like I am just talking like a normal person, which I think is crazy. So I'm very sorry that you don't get to hear my echo because it's super fun.
This is one of the candy shops, the sweet shops that I was telling you about, and there is just 4 stores worth of candy and sweets, more than you can get your fill. So tons of jelly beans. If you guys are jelly bean fans, there's these dispensers here where you can get your whatever flavor you want. It's really cool stuff.
It's the size of my head.
My brother, yeah. Oh, I said, brother, can you help me, please?
Things are quiet right now because of COVID, but one of the most popular attractions for tourists in Savannah is a riverboat cruise. So the boat behind me is a perfect example of your typical riverboat that you might take right here along the Savannah River. There's a lot of history here in Savannah. A lot of it ties back to the Civil War and the antebellum period. But an unfortunate part of the history that I don't think we can ignore is Savannah's ties to the slave trade. In the early days, most slaves were brought through South Carolina, but unfortunately, as time went on, Savannah also participated in selling and trading slaves here at the Savannah port. This right here is a picture of a manifest from 1821. So, you know, Savannah, for all of its beauty and for all of its charm and all of its character and amazing history, unfortunately also has a dark side that we have to talk about because that's what happened here, but hopefully we'll continue to make that better.
So this is the Colonial Park Cemetery, where some of the oldest graves in pretty much all of the United States are here. One of the, I guess, the darker sides to this is General Sherman's army during the Civil War marched through here and raised a lot of these graves. So a lot of them are just kind of recreated after that. Hey guys, so we're standing outside of the Cathedral Basilica of St. John the Baptist here in Savannah. We just actually toured the inside of it. It's something that we really enjoy doing, not just churches and cathedrals, but really any type of religious building, just because it shows the art and the history and the feeling that a lot of people actually, when they were building these things, put into it. So it was certainly reflected inside. There's lots of stained glass and beautiful artwork and a nice huge organ in the back, which we have video of. But some cool history about this that I really thought was interesting is that Roman Catholics during the colonial days, when settlers first started coming here, weren't allowed to practice their religion because colonials, the colonists, actually thought that they would actually show allegiance to the Spaniards who were in Florida at the time. So for some time, Roman Catholicism was outlawed, I guess, in the United States. Of course, that's now not the case, but this particular cathedral is actually a minor basilica, is now a reflection of that time. So Becky and I were just walking in front of SCAD, or the Savannah College of Art and Design, and we saw these swings, which are actually very nice. Becky thinks it's very comfortable. We weren't sure if they were actually an art installation or just fun swings, or maybe a little of both.
This fountain is the centerpiece of Forsyth Park, which is the #1 attraction to see in Savannah on all of the blogs and according to Google. The fountain is over 150 years old, and fun fact, it was ordered from a catalog. Also, the fountain at Forsyth Park participates in all of the St. Patrick's Day festivities, and they dye it green for St. Patrick's Day, just like the Savannah River. Cheers. We're at the Pirate's House restaurant, but it used to be the Pirate's House Inn. It was built in okay, start over. Am I in the middle of the act? Oh, I am. Hello, and welcome to Savannah!
Sweetie, I don't think anybody can hear you echo but yourself.